So we're going to talk about two-triangle inequality. And first, I'm going to give you the property of triangle inequality, and then I'm going to show you what it means because it is kind of confusing. So given that two sides of one triangle are congruent to two sides of a second triangle, and the included angle of the first triangle is smaller than the included angle of the second triangle, then the third side of the first triangle is smaller than the third side of the second triangle. So now that you have that definition, I'm going to show you what it means with this picture right here. So we know that this side is congruent to this side, and this side is congruent to this side. So first thing I have to have is two sides congruent, which I do, right? Here's one pair, here's another pair. Second thing I need to know is that this included angle is smaller than this included angle. So the included angle is just this angle right here, which is caught in between the two congruent sides. So right now we're going to be talking about angle K, and for this one we're going to be talking about angle J. So since we need to know that one of these is smaller than the other. So I know that the measure of angle K is less than the measure of angle J because 80 degrees is less than 110 degrees. So since I have that, I can therefore say that A is less than B because this angle is less than this angle. So this side is less than this side. That's all that that property tells us. So now that we know what it is, we're going to do an example that to make sure you completely understand what we're doing. So for these two triangles, I know that this side is congruent to this side, and this side's congruent to this side. And I know that this angle is equal to 110 degrees. So I need to find out what the measure of this angle right here is. So we're going to go back and use those that property of the interior angles of triangles to find out what the measure of angle X is. So we're going to add them up and set it equal to 180 degrees. Then we're going to subtract this over, and we know that X equals 90 degrees. So that means that X is a right angle. So we're going to mark that with one of these symbols right here. And we know that just means 90 degrees. Well, since the measure of angle X is equal to 90 degrees, and 90 is less than 110, that means that this angle is less than this angle. So using our two triangle inequalities, we can say that A, this side opposite this angle, is less than B, which is this side opposite this included angle. And we're going to do one more example. We have these two side-by-side triangles. We know this side is congruent to this side, and since they share this side right here, we can say that it is congruent with itself. And once again, I need to find out what this angle equals. So we're going to set each one of the interior angles, we're going to add them together and set it equal to 180. So X equals 110 degrees. This angle is 110 degrees. So since this included angle is 110 degrees, the other included angle is 60 degrees. Since 110 is greater than 60 degrees, we can say that this side A, which is opposite the 110 degrees, is greater than this side B, which is opposite the 60 degrees. So now that you understand two-triangle inequality, be sure to come back and watch our next video, which is going to deal with square roots and how we can use those to solve triangle problems.